So, I got a new phone a couple months ago, and this is the first full-length, the first official video I've ever filmed on my new phone. It's not a short. So this is exciting. So, I have a little short that I just put out on my YouTube channel, but I thought that I would extend this and make this a long version, longer, video, just a little update on things, astrologically. And, the reason why I'm filming this is just I was, standing up and looking out, the window. That window there, if you can see. And I was looking down at the ground and I thought, wouldn't that be a really wonderful spotlight to, make a video on? And this ground, it's August here, in the Midwest. And it's brown and, and there's some greenery. We need some rain here. We really do, because it's been a lot of days without rain, and the earth needs that moisture in order for the grass to get greener and get better. And so I was watching, I have some little short videos on some of the seven energy, the seven energies, not all of them, and I was watching those videos and I was just inspired to make casual little videos outside different situations, showing you things, as well as making videos about certain topics. So that's why I felt inspired to come out here and do this spontaneously. And so, tomorrow the moon's going to be in Libra, so and the sun in Leo, so that it's really a beauty combo. Wonderful to get any sort of fashion out, to have good taste, to really, glamour your world in that way. And, the other thing is right now, today, the moon's finishing off in Virgo, sun in Leo, which is, if you were to look in the mirror and see all the little details. But the moon in Virgo is very concerned about keeping your body healthy. What are you feeding your body? What are you taking in? And, how are things working in that area of your life? What are the health matters you need to take care of? So, that's going on. And then, the other big thing, Mercury will move into Virgo soon. And, of course, it's very analytical, and Mercury is coming home to Virgo, which can be very, Virgo's very intelligent sign, really discerning between this bit of information, that bit of information, and being a good judge of information. Really, very, book smart. Like, I have a lot of books about health topics, or, it doesn't have to be just that. It can be, physical health, emotional health, self-help. There's so many different things with that. And you could be feeling, analytical. I'm, sort of feeling very analytical over stuff. So it's not exactly a vacation from that, and I think that I've gotten better with just managing stuff. So maybe Mercury and Virgo will, I'll enjoy it and I won't have too much difficulty with that amplification of that. And so, I will plan upon, this is just a plan I'm just putting out there, planning upon doing a video on Mercury Retrograde in Libra, because the last Mercury Retrograde was not a walk in the park, for me. it was certainly very rocky, with like, roller coaster up and down kind of thing. Mercury was in Gemini, which, really, Mercury, the mind communication, your thoughts, your, metacognitive processes, and of course, it being in Gemini, which is a sign of rulership, it just amplified that to another level. And of course, Gemini can be sort of, hyper and, unbalanced, all over the place energy. And I was reading something about Mercury retrograde in Gemini, and it was saying you need to, just an article online about it, and it said, we need to fill something along the lines of filling our cup to the brim full of self-care. And it did resonate. If you, thinking back, if you meditated a lot during that time, or felt the calling or need or want to meditate, then that was really, really beneficial for you. And I'm sure that it really worked out in your favor. And really any time, to meditate and stabilize the mind. But especially when Mercury is retrograde and in an air sign and in a sign that it rules. And it will be retrograde. It will go retrograde again into another ruling sign later this year. And so, yeah, the mind going all over the place. And, affirmations, journaling, and all, all those things to help put you back into balance and to just help, put you back on track with enjoying your life and feeling, just feeling stable in yourself. And so Mercury is going to be entering shadow, into Virgo. It's going to be moving into Libra since Mercury is retrograde in the air, and going back into the earth signs all this year. It did that at the beginning, January 14th. It was in Aquarius. It retrograded back into Capricorn, and then it moved forward into Capricorn on February 3rd. It then continued through its shadow into Aquarius, through Pisces, and then met up again on May 10th, going retrograde in Gemini, going back through Taurus. June 3rd, station retrograde in Taurus. Around the 13th of June, it transitioned into Gemini, and then on the 18th, 19th of June, it then moved on from its shadow period. And so it will be going retrograde again this year, and it's really, really, it'll be a big video and a really, really important video, because this is an important topic, and it really did, my mind really impacted me, and I want to, be aware of it and, inform all of you so that you can be aware of the Mercury retrograde as well. But it's also wonderful for reflection, going back over things, and so on and so forth. So it's not exactly all negative. It has many, positive aspects. And so then Mars on the, around the 20th of August will be moving into Gemini, which I have that placement in my natal chart, Mars and Gemini. And then, later into the fall, it will station retrograde up until March of next year. And then it will station direct, and then, it'll leave Gemini, Mars, of next year. So it's a very, very long stay through Gemini. And so some, basic things is being mindful of your, of your words, of the things that you're saying and how they're impacting other people. if you're being overly aggressive or, combative, argumentative, all those things. And also, kind of getting tired of holding this phone. What's the other thing, that I was going to mention? That, again, being mindful of your words, and, maybe there's a divided focus, because Gemini is very, one thing and another thing, so, you could be focused on a bunch of different things, two things, since Gemini is a dual sign, symbolized by the twins, not ruled by the twins. And then, new moon in Virgo, August 27th, which is in part 2 of the lunar events for August 2022. I don't want to go over that in this video here. And, I do know that my progressed moon is going to be changing signs into Cancer this month, around the 22nd of the month, and I have little short videos where I go over the progressed moon, what that means in the progressed moon, and the different elements, breaking it down into the different, each individual zodiac signs, so you can check those out. So yeah, that is the little video. I'm going to go inside. That is all that I want to say, say for Moon in Virgo, details, organization, decluttering your life, starting afresh, moving very consciously through life, not just sort of going about, and then you realize, you forget, because sometimes we can do something and not be conscious of it and realize, wait, how did I get here? Why am I over here? So yeah, it's a wonderful time to be very conscious and move slowly and calmly throughout your day. So that is all of the video that I want to talk to you about, of course, but, new moon not being too, analytical and accepting all parts of yourself for who you are. So that's it. Thank you for tuning in. Subscribe, like, share this video, and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any new videos from me. Bye for now.